Hey guys, the theorist I got was Baumrind's theory, and it's in relation to parenting styles, and then that reflects onto classroom and teaching styles. The Baumrind theory, she developed her theory by observing, analyzing, and interviewing preschoolers and kindergartners in 1967. She created a pillar theory in which pulls relationships between basic parenting and the children's behavior. And she came up with Authoritarian, which is too hard, Permissive, which is way too soft, and then Authoritative, which is just right. I'm going to discuss this in a minute. But she did this because she noticed that children were exhibiting three different kinds of behaviors, and this was from the parenting styles. And then years later, Macoby and Martin created the fourth part of the parenting style framework. The first one I'm going to talk about is authoritarian. This is when parents are super strict, the child is powerless, and they're super harsh, and this creates lower social skills and reduced self-esteem in the child. The next one is permissive. This is when there's few or no punishments for the child. The parents are neither demanding nor responsive towards the child while they're raising it, and then they have no clear expectations for the child, which leads to associated aggressiveness and lower maturity levels. The third one is authoritative, which is known to be the perfect one. It's in between. There's a lot of open discussions with parenting and the child. There's rules that are set and enforced, but they're not too crazy or strict, and the parents are demanding yet responsive in association with the child to what they need and how they should be raised and what's going on with the situation. I attached a quick figure to help people understand and see it a little bit different. The fourth one that Baumrind had, but was with Macoby and Martin, was neglectful and uninvolved, and it touched base on how it provides a basic need but nothing other than that for the child. It's also associated with lower social understandings and lower school achievement. This can be applied to the classroom by, obviously, when you have a child that's raised in different settings like this with the different parenting styles, it's going to reflect on the child by them not caring as much, or like how we would all assume, like having a bad student that is immature, doesn't care about their schoolwork, is just there and feels like they earn their grade just by being there, or there's this responsible kind that does their homework, studies, it's on time, all of that reflects on the parenting style as well. But not only does that affect or is the classroom application, but teachers can also portray these. Just like parents, teachers can be too permissive in their classroom, which is they're, in a sense, super pushover-y. They have rules and they establish them, but they're also lenient on them and they let them slide a lot. They're not super demanding on assignments, and they apply to the slower students rather than, and they like reach out and they let the students pick the type of tests they need, and they're very like movable on the dates. But I don't know, it's not necessarily bad, but it's not the correct way. On the other hand, there's authoritative teachers, which are highly involved and firm, but they're also fair towards the class. They use discipline tactics, but aren't too overly aggressive or anything with them. The style is most likely to promote academic success, and the students are going to be rewarded appropriately. Then there's authoritarian teachers, and they can be seen in the classroom often as the educator that takes pride in their position, and like they're way too powerful in a sense. Like they not reach out, but they're just like too powerful in their sense, and they're like, I'm the teacher, you do this because I'm your teacher, rather than like a true explanation of why you're doing things. And they also find protection in employing the rules and enforcing them greatly. And they find that their status as a teacher is superior to the student. I hope this helps understand the three parenting styles, or the four for Baumrind's theory. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.